Hello, hi, it's Sandra. Um, Hello, world. It's day three of the 7 day challenge. If you're doing it with me, just to recap, it's just really a motivation challenge. It's just to really help me get started back in having a more healthier lifestyle because I'd got quite complacent and I hadn't been exercising and my diet had got quite poor, should I say, or I had just been eating anything, and so consequently, I'd put on a lot of weight, and I was feeling very lethargic because I just hadn't been bothered. So at the beginning of the month in August, I set in my mind that I would try and turn over a bit of a new leaf and get back into more of a fitter lifestyle. So as I started getting on uh, and started doing a bit of exercising, as I got into it, I just thought, well, maybe there might be other people out there who would like to take part or would just like to get started. So rather than um, start out by having a whole month challenge, I just said, well, let's see if we could just start with 7 days. Yeah. So whatever day you're picking this up on, this is or time or year or time in the future, whatever. This is basically a 7 day challenge. It's a very simple challenge in respect to rules and what you need to do, what's required in order to take part in the challenge. Can go back to the other two slides to see, but basically I'll just let you know anyway. The first challenge is that we move some some type of movement for at least an hour each day. It doesn't have to be continuous. It can be 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 10 minutes there, but it has to be an hour. An hour, that's what we're aiming for. Yeah. But even if in this challenge you fall a little bit short, it's still best to do something rather than nothing at all. So that's the first bit of the challenge, aiming to do an hour's movement. The other 2 days I've walked in the mornings. So I've done like roughly about a 5K walk in the morning because I love to walk. So I've done that, and I did that on the first day and I did that on the second day. However, I didn't do that today. I'll go into what I did today in a minute. And then the second bit of the challenge is that we aiming to drink at least a litre and a half of fluids each day. That does not include alcohol by any means. Okay, but just to keep you hydrated, because what I have found that once I'm hydrated, my diet tends to be better. I eat better, and I feel better. Okay, so we're not even going into what food to eat and things like that, but we're just looking at trying to get ourselves hydrated and get ourselves moving a bit more in order to, to start the basis of a healthier lifestyle. So that's what we're doing. So day three of the challenge. So what did I do today on the challenge? Well, today, because I was waiting in for a workman, I had to waiting for somebody to do some work, and where I live, like a workman, I wasn't able to go out in the morning to do the work. So instead, at home, I have a cross trainer, which is kind of imitates a bit like skiing, but it's a cross trainer at home. I've had that for years. Sometimes it's just folded up and it does nothing. I just walk past it, and but it's a really good piece of equipment. And so what I decided to do is I decided to use that today. And so I did an hour on that, 60 minutes on that, and I listened to my favorite music, which happens to be Christian music for me. I really like an artist, an instrumental artist, and his name's Ben Tankard, and he's really good. So when I'm when I'm exercising to that and I'm listening to that music, it just the time goes really quickly, and I really enjoy it. So I did the cross trainer today, and afterwards I felt really good, and every time I do that, I think, why don't I do that even more? Why don't I do that more? Because I really felt energized just by doing that. Okay, so and that's the main thing I did with that. In terms of what I'm eating, because I have started moving more, which you may find this happens to you as well, is my exercise, my diet, what I'm eating just tends to improve. I'm just that much more conscious of what I'm eating, and I just not so interested to crave for the high fat calorific type foods that make me feel lethargic anyway. I tend to go for the high energy foods that boost me and make me want to do more, and that's what I found, and it really kicks in quite quickly. um, Now, as I said to you, this is on the third day of the challenge. It might take you a little bit longer. As I said, I have been consciously, sorry, trying to say that right, consciously doing exercise from the beginning of August, sorry, 2024, and today is actually the 14th of August. Yeah, so so actually it's 14 days, but I do find that on this 3-day challenge, even when I just started, the momentum does start to kick in, but you just have to keep going, and then it does start to feel a little bit easier. And if you are somebody that has exercised previously before, which most of us have done something possibly, your muscle has memory, always told that. So it won't take you as long to get back into the feel and swing of things, because your muscle will remember that it's been there before and it's done it before. So yeah, so I'm really starting to enjoy this challenge. Yesterday, I was out with family, a party, so there was lots of food and things like that about, and I was quite restrained, and I took a little bit home with me. Thank you very much, Shorty, and family. But yeah, it was quite good. Doing that and just keeping abreast of what I'm eating. So just to help me with my diet, I've prepared a couple of to help me keep going. I've prepared a couple of little what should I say? I've prepared a couple of little supplements, homemade supplements that I'll tell you about, which is the drinks. To help me drink the liter, I tend to drink it as a herbal tea, which I can show you, which is basically a herbal, it's nettle drink. I like that because it's full of nutrients and things like that, because I tend not to drink just plain water. So I prepare that every day, and I kind of try and drink through it. I hopefully drink all of it by the end of the day, and I know that made it. I've made the target, so I try to drink that, because it's got, as I said, it's got a lot of nutrients. But you can drink what you like to drink, but try and I would just advise it to be very low sugar content. The drink that I drink has no sugar in it at all. And then the other thing, and I prepare that every day or every evening for the next day. And then the other thing I did yesterday, which I've just started, is a fruit moss, which is basically Irish moss mixed with watermelon, and I find that it's quite good in terms of it helps with satiety, It helps you to kind of feel full. And the Irish moss is supposed to have such a lot of nutrients in it as well. It's a seaweed, and you can, and I prefer that well. So these are the two things I've just started to implement into my diet, and to see how they get on. I hear that's quite good, helpful with weight management. Yeah. So yeah, and if you'd like to learn a little bit more about that and things like that, let me know. And yeah, if you'd like to learn a little bit more. Anyway, that's it for today. I think we're done. So onwards and upwards, and I'll check in with you again tomorrow. So you have a great day. All the best.